Hey gang, it's Laurie. Welcome back to the channel. I'm sharing my August layouts. Didn't make as many this month as I have in the past. I mean, I was still pretty productive, but I just don't think the the productivity was there this month. I just wasn't taking as much time to scrapbook photos as I guess have done in the past. So I'm not really sure what happened, but I'm going to show you the layouts that I did create. Not many of them were shared on the blog. So if you haven't seen them on the blog, haven't seen scrapbook process videos for them here on the channel, this is the time to see what I made. So this first one, I got a gift certificate for winning a challenge to the scrap room. So I used that gift certificate recently and I bought an old kit that had some Halloween papers in it. I think it was the October 2017 kit actually, because I had these photos of my daughter last year in her Thor costume. That's who she was for Halloween, or Thorina. And I needed some, Halloween papers to go with it. So the kit from the scrap room was perfect. And I also added some of these cool American Craft stickers. They're black on top, but then they've got like an orange outline, which is so awesome. And then this was from my stash. I think somebody gave me something as a gift for Halloween. It's just a little spider web, and I need to glue dot that back down. And I said, oh, you know what? I could use this as an embellishment on a scrapbook layout. So that's what I did. Everything else is from the kit that I got, except for the washi tape. The orange washi tape and this houndstooth washi tape were in my stash. So everything else came from that kit, so it made it really easy to put this together. I just kind of did a three photo layout here. This bag was part of the kit, so I used that as background and added my journaling down there at the bottom. So there it is. My Halloween pictures from last year are done, and it's going to be Halloween coming up really soon. I can't believe it. So I did share this layout on the blog because this was for a challenge. I loved doing the circles here. Some of these were all pre-cut, so I didn't have to worry about trying to get the size just right or anything like that. But it was just all stuff, like random stuff from my stash. So definitely check this one out on the blog. And then I did this one as well for I think this was also a scrap room sketch challenge. I think it was the scrap room sketch challenge. So this is up on the blog as well. Again, just using up a bunch of random stuff from my stash always feels really, really good. Although some stuff like this, these Vicki Boutin stickers, it makes me sad when I use them up because I love them so much. But, use it, don't hoard it. Use it, don't hoard it. I recently made this one, and I will be sharing this on the blog, using an Echo Park Christmas kit that I had purchased last year. I actually got it 2 years ago. 2 years ago? I got it on sale at Tuesday Morning, and I never used it. But I had these photos when my family went to do Christmas lights at the zoo, and so I needed some Christmassy stuff, and so I used that kit to make this layout. This one was for possibly I don't even know. I don't know if this was for a challenge or not, or if I just decided to use up the last bits of some Bo Bunny holiday papers, because I have this one picture of my daughter looking at the snow. She hates the snow, will not go in and play. But I had a bunch of paper that had either these patterns, these snowflake patterns, so I just cut them all out, and then I used some Inkadoo stamps, snowflake stamps, with some blue and gray ink pads. And I just stamped and cut out those snowflakes and kind of created a cluster of snowflakes leading up to the photo. I guess I could have done a little bit more, but I didn't want, I had done this, this Shimmer's misting spray in the background. I didn't want to cover up all of it. So yeah, I just did a little bit here and then a little bit up here. And it's a very simple layout, but I kind of like it. And then I added in some gem stickers just to give it a little bit more shine. So I really like the way this turned out. This could be a good contender for a white with one challenge, I think, right? So yeah, I like the way that one turned out. This one I also shared recently on the blog. This was a layout I made using some cool New Jersey state paper that I got at the Stampin' Scrapbook Expo. Some old Cheeky Studio die cuts and ephemera, just kind of using up. I kind of did the same thing here as what I did with the snowflakes. I didn't have to cut any of this stuff out. It was already cut out, but the background is actually a card. I don't know. Maybe it's a 3x4 card. I think I said on the blog post that it was 4x6, but I think it's 3x4. And then I just sort of built the die cut ephemera pieces out from the pattern on the page. And then over here is where I did my photo, and I did some stamping in New Jersey, a New Jersey stamp. I know it's supposed to be that way, but sue me. Or actually, it's supposed to be this way. I don't even know what shape this dumb state is. Anyway, but I wanted you to be able to read New Jersey because it went that way, the words. So this was just a picture from the New Jersey Mom Baby Expo that I went to last year, and I will be going to again this year, so I'm really excited about that. Just some photos of my daughter playing at Target. This is another part of the scrap room kit that I purchased. So these papers, I cannot think of the manufacturer of these papers, but I just kind of put it together, added some American Craft stickers from my stash. These were new things that I picked up at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo, also from American Crafts. I just thought it added a little bit of something extra here. So I really like the way this one turned out. Oh, and this paper up here and this paper down here were also just random bits from my stash. But I had them on my desk to use for like cards, but I thought, you know what? I kind of like the way it's going to work here on this layout. So that's what I did there. Here's another layout. The scrap room kit that I had also had this sort of like boyish kit, boyish papers and embellishments to it. I think these are Pink Fresh. So I did it with a layout about my husband and daughter watching the Sixers. That's their basketball team they like to watch. This title, I'll show you the page in a second. I'd originally done this for a different layout and it was too big. So I had to peel off all of these letters from this green. I left the black foam letters on the green piece because when I tried to peel them off, it was tearing the paper and it was messing up the letters. So I managed to salvage this and still use this and use the whole title, Daddy-Daughter thing, on this layout. And I'm really happy that it worked out. Did a little bit of foam dotting right there to bump that up. So yeah. And I've been using some more of my I have these cool little dauber things with some Hampton ink pads. So I've been using that, which is really exciting for me, to ink along the edges of stuff, which I'm trying to do more of that. I figure if I keep that stuff out on my desk, then I will be more inclined to use it as opposed to if it's just hidden away in a drawer. So here's a layout I love because it's got the pizza paper and pictures of my daughter eating pizza. I was inspired to do the stripes on the sides by the layout that I did in the latest and greatest class at Stamp and Scrapbook Expo, but I just kind of changed it up a little bit. So I did 3 on this side and 2 on this side, and then my photos in a diagonal coming from here. So, and this was a Kaiser Craft stamp. So I'm also trying to get more stamping done on my layouts as well. Yeah. So I took this photo of my daughter last fall, and then I shared it on my Instagram stories and made like a meme. I don't know what she was doing. She just like collapsed to the ground, stomach down. I don't know what she's doing. I had picked out these letters from an old paper or from an old letter sticker sheet. And I said, oh, I can make the word quirky. I have the letters to make that word. So I saved it and I thought it's perfect for this. So that's where that came from. This is just a collection of random paper pad stuff. It all sort of ended up going together. And then I had this little coffee cup. You can't really see the handle. I was trying to back it. It's clear. You can't really see it. There you go. I tried to back it on white, and when I was trying to cut it off, I was like messing it up. But it is a coffee cup, and it's spilling out sequins coffee. So it all kind of goes together. Anyway. And this was one where I did some inking on the edges, and I broke out some buttons from my stash, some Spiegel Mom scraps, sequins, bubble sequins, because if my daughter's playing with bubbles, doesn't matter what time of the year it is, she loves bubbles. Even got some misting spray on here as well, and the papers from this and this and this and this and this are from that scrap room kit that I bought. So it was the double page kit for October, so you got 4 page kits in one, which is pretty cool. Here's the photo. Now, this is not the daddy-daughter thing layout, but I did, this is a layout of my husband and my daughter, but I did this one for the White with One challenge for last month, so you can see more about that on the blog. This is one using the scrap room kit. So I got 2 layouts with just that one page kit that came inside, one of the 4. No, I'm not making any sense. Hold on a second, I will show you. So this one and this one, 2 layouts that I made using the one of the page kits that came in that scrap room kit. So pretty good deal. My daughter loves talking on this phone. I don't know how, it's mounted on the wall. I don't know how to get it off without like making a hole in the wall. So anyway, it's there. It's on our wall. And I made this layout. I love these cool Chamel things. They're so great. And then this has like a, what is that? A lenticular, I believe, lenticular thing to it. Make your dreams real, which I really love. So anyway, just a silly little layout about my daughter. And then here's the one where I was going to call daddy-daughter thing, but it was just too big. So I ended up making it copycat. But also backing it on the green so that these letters didn't get lost with the words in this background. But this was also from that scrap room kit there. Just did a little bit of a hand-drawn border there, a couple of splatters of some, I think some shimmers. Oh, and it looks like I messed up this photo. Oh my gosh, you guys, what the heck happened? What happened there? These have just been sitting. These have just been sitting on my desk. Did something fall on it? Oh my goodness. All right, well, anyway, so that's fine. Here's the layout. Moving on. Oh, this is fun. This is not a layout that I made, but I got this at BookCon, and I want to frame it, so that's probably why it was sitting there in the pile. This is one that I made the initial layout, no photo, as part of a challenge last December. I love that it says Sparkle Girl, super cute. We had to use like ornaments or something. I can't remember. I think there was a sketch too. And I think this was the photo that I wanted to use when I made this layout. I should have written it down. When I made the layout, I had in mind what photo I was going to use it with. And then I printed my photos and I went, I think this was the one. I don't really know. I kind of wish that I could have put it more over here or sort of changed things up a little bit, but I was trying to keep it like the way I thought I had anticipated doing it. So I don't know, but it was good to, it's just like an easy thing because this layout was done. All I did was adhere the photo and whatever, it's done. This is the most recent photo. This is from a bridal shower that I went to, and it was at a Mexican restaurant. So I thought the margaritas, all the drinks up here, that paper, which I normally would not have used, but since I went to this party, I did use it. So I'm really excited about that. Just a small little title here with some small alphas. I used some Cheeky Studios stuff here, and the rest is just from a paper pad that I got at Michael's in like the Hot Buy bin. And this is Cheeky Studio sequins as well. So I really like the way that this one turned out. And then, I don't know if you guys do this, but just real quick, I save some of the cards. So like if we get Halloween cards or Easter cards, usually it's like 3 or 4 of them that we get. And I'll just put them on some cardstock and then slot them into page protectors in my albums. If I get a lot of cards, like for birthdays, I'll make an envelope and I'll slide the photos into that envelope and then put it all in a page protector. So I don't know if you guys do that, if you save cards at all for your scrapbooks. It's something that my mom always did in her scrapbooks. So it was just something that kind of got passed on to me, is like, this is what you do. You always save your cards. I know I know some people who save their cards, but they don't put them in an album or anything. They just have the cards in like a box. I would rather put them in my album because I think maybe it preserves them a little bit better. And then as I'm going through the albums, I'm seeing the photos as well as the cards. And yeah, I know you have to take them out of the page protector in order to, open them up. But I guess to me, that's not really that big of a deal. Or I just kind of know who they're from just by looking at them, so I don't really have to open them up. But I don't know. What do you guys do with your cards? I'd love for you to tell me your tips and tricks there in the comments. So these are all the layouts that I made this month. How many did you guys make? I would love to see your layout share video, so let me know below if you've got a layout share video that I should check out as well. And then stay tuned to the blog and the YouTube channel. The links are down below. Of course, you want to subscribe to this so you never miss out on another scrapbook process video or more fun scrappy goodness. I will see you guys next time. Bye!